Hello everyone, welcome to Aquashop Wasabi Aquarium channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about the basics of liquid fertilizer. Number 4, identify malnutrition. This is the 4th video on liquid fertilizer. It's been quite a while since I uploaded the 3rd video, and I've received more questions about liquid fertilizer ever since, so I decided to make another video on this topic for you guys. Mainly, I'm going to teach you how to identify malnutrition on aquarium plants, and also what you could do to prevent that from happening. This video is for someone who noticed that their plants are not in a great shape, even though they've got all the essential equipment, or someone who doesn't know when to use liquid fertilizer, or someone that wants to improve the condition of their plants. Though, in order to continue my lesson, we have some preconditions, which is that you have to know the exact reason why your plants are not doing so great. If the plants are getting enough nutrition and the problems are on equipment, using liquid fertilizer will cause algae to spread inside an aquarium. So please check on your equipment. Don't be too focused on details. You'll just have to check if you're using the right sort of lights for your plants, if carbon dioxide are added to the aquarium, and also if you're using the right type of water, specifically if you're avoiding hard water or not. As long as they are medium hard water or soft water. If you're unsure what type of water you use at the moment, check the GH or TH level of your water. If you're doing everything on the list right, yet still having problems with your plants, then you might be seeking for some advice. Let's talk about this step by step. I would say 80 to 90% of the people who do everything right, yet still having problems with their plants are not giving enough nutrition to their plants. So most likely, they are the result of malnutrition of their aquarium plants. If that's the only problem you have, then it's super easy to fix. Start from checking on your equipment, and if that wasn't the problem, then move on to checking the water type or the given nutrients. But then when do we have to use liquid fertilizer? What are the symptoms? There are mainly 3 symptoms you could tell by just looking, which are when the color of their leaves are diluted, the size of their leaves are small, and finally, the growth of their plants are slow. You'll have to give them more nutrition when these symptoms appear. Let me explain the details. First, the diluted leaves. Red plants like the ones in this footage are really easy to tell if they're healthy or not. Most of the time, these leaves should become super red and bright, but sometimes they might turn pink or even green. In these cases, the expected color is red, so it's easy to tell when they're not getting enough nutrition. Once you add some liquid fertilizer, the color of the leaves will turn out beautifully. Also, the green plants change their color when they're malnutritioned as well. They could turn yellow or lighter green compared to when you first purchased them. Next up, the leaves become smaller. Some of our customers often have this problem, which is that all the leaves that are coming out are small and they won't grow from there. Another case is that they are fine until you trim them, but the sprouts aren't growing as much as they should be. This will make the plants to have less volume and looks less appealing overall. Plants like this green rotella or indica are easy to identify the digression on volume, since the leaves will shrink and stalks get skinnier. Although sometimes those symptoms could be from over trimming, or those plants are too old for growth. But malnutrition is the most common cause. So when the volume of your plants looks off or stalk looks skinnier than before, make sure to find out what's causing it, because there's high chance that it's from malnutrition. The third symptom is the slow growth. This one is a little hard to tell, even if you check on them every day, since no plants have the exact same growth speed. The easiest way to tell if they're growing at a fine pace or not is to compare the volume to when they first got planted. The reason is, when they first got planted, the setup is in perfect condition. Brand new soil and perfect nutrients will make them grow faster and bigger. But after a month or so, the condition in your planted aquarium might not be the same and could stop your plants from growing at the same pace as before. For this symptom, check on foreground plants more carefully than others, since they are the easiest plants to spot this symptom. They spread out instead of get taller. When the pace of spreading gets slower, it's easy to tell the change of pace. If any of these three symptoms were spotted in your planted aquarium, the plants are most likely not getting enough nutrients. So then let's talk about what you could do to prevent these symptoms from happening. Of course, if the malnutrition is the problem, then you'll just have to give the plants nutrients. Easiest way of dealing with this problem is to use liquid fertilizer. There are many ways to give more nutrients to your aquarium plants. You could use a stick-type fertilizer and stick them into soil, but liquid fertilizer is the easiest and quickest way to solve the malnutrition problem. They do work fine on foreground plants as well, so I'm just gonna continue showing the process using liquid fertilizer in this video. Let's keep in mind using liquid fertilizer could possibly cause algae to appear, and I'm sure some people are a little scared to use them because of the possibility of algae outbreak. But for a planted aquarium, liquid fertilizer is the cleanest way to prevent malnutrition, and you could quote me on that. I've been dealing with planted aquarium for over 20 years, including the time when I was just having fun with it. And even after all that time, I still think liquid fertilizer is a must when it comes to giving nutrients to your plants. For the record, I'm actually using liquid fertilizer in every one of the planted aquarium here. And for an experiment, I decided to stop using liquid fertilizer in one of the aquariums for 3 days. Only 3 days without liquid fertilizer, the red plants inside turned pink and diluted. This convinced me that liquid fertilizer is absolutely essential in order to keep the plants healthy. I'm planning to make another video about this symptom. Too bad I couldn't show you the picture, but discoloration was pretty obvious. Interesting enough, once I started using liquid fertilizer again, the color of the plants came back to normal. No matter what plants you use, discoloration will appear. It's important to stay consistent with liquid fertilizer usage. You might think it's hard to pick the right liquid fertilizer for you, since there are so many kinds on the market. For us, we were using ADA, Aqua Designs Amano's Variety Series, which consists of 5 different kinds of liquid fertilizer. Some people might not have any idea on this, since there are way too many kinds of fertilizer out on market. Let me put this as simple as it can be. If you just finished setting up your planted aquarium, like it's only been a week or 2, use potassium and trace elements. Of course, you could adjust the amount you use as you go, but at first, just follow the instruction on the bottle. However, if you set up your planted aquarium over 2 months ago, then you'll have to use potassium, trace elements, iron, and nitrogen. Although the iron and nitrogen are only necessary if there are signs of malnutrition in the aquarium. If that's the case, then start with only potassium and trace elements, and start adding the other 2 later. So as you can tell, you'll have to manage 4 kinds of bottles of liquid fertilizer for your planted aquarium. That is not the end of this topic. These processes are useless without keeping the total balance inside of the planet aquarium you have. What I mean by that is all the essential nutrients have to be supplied with the right balance and amount. Purchasing only one kind of fertilizer isn't the right move. So do your research and please know the essential nutrients for your aquarium plants. Keep in mind, for the most cases, iron and nitrogen are necessary for the first month or two, because they are already provided by the channel for a while. But sometimes when the plants look unhealthy with those 3 symptoms I listed, you'll have to add iron and nutrient sooner or later. It's important to have all 4 to be ready. For the topic on how to find the right portion for your aquariums, I am planning on making another video just focused on that topic, so stay tuned for sure. So I recommend you to follow the specified amount at first. If algae starts to appear, then reduce the amount of usage. Just try first and come up with a solution later. It's important to keep getting more experience on dealing with liquid fertilizer to master this topic, and also to create beautiful aquariums constantly. If you mess up something in planet aquariums, most of the time we could start over by changing the water inside. So don't be too scared and use the liquid fertilizer. You'll just have to frequently change water and start from the beginning. Not too scary. Also, in this video I only use ADA's liquid fertilizers. But if you for some reason can't get hold of the same products as mine, then I researched for a bit and found some replacements. Click the description down below and find out more. To conclude this video, 3 main things to focus on is to know the symptoms of malnutrition, to know the specific amount for your liquid fertilizer, and to change the water frequently. Just by doing these, your planted aquarium will look even more beautiful than they are right now. If you've got any questions on this topic, or have requests on more videos like this, please comment down below. I wouldn't be able to reply to all the comments, but if I see many questions on the same topic, I will make another video answering those questions one by one. If this video helped you, subscribe to the Aquashop Wasabi Aquarium channel. I will be making more videos on planet aquariums and more, so be sure to check them out as well. That is it for today's video. Thank you for watching.